Welcome. This is the first, hopefully, of many videos where I'm basically just going to do some gardening on top of my roof of my apartment, and you just get to see my rooftop garden, okay? And I just talk to you for a little bit. But first, here's the view. It's a nice view, isn't it? This is Mount Parker, all the way going over here, and then we're surrounded by all these apartment blocks here. And at the moment, we've got a lot of scaffolding because they're doing renovations on the building, so hopefully they'll be out of here by June, July, and the view will be a lot better. Oh, what a beautiful butterfly, I'm sure you're saying. Well, the thing is, it's laying eggs, and this is supposed to be my lemon plant. And they're getting ripped. It's getting eaten to shreds by the babies. What we're going to do today is we're going to get rid of this tomato and this one and these and this one and this one and this one down here, and that will leave me with a lot of soil. So at the same time, I want to replant all of these. We've got some mint, and then these two actually create a smell that mosquitoes don't like. We're going to repot those. I mean, look at the soil in this. There's nothing. It's so dry and weak. But just to let you know what I'm growing up here, I've got some chilies that are successful. I've got this tomato, which seems to be growing from the ashes of its first generation. I don't know whether to do with this. Strawberries seem really easy to grow, so I'm going to keep these. And then my two favourite plants, although don't tell the lemons, are my kiwi plant, which every year I think dies because it sheds its leaves and it just doesn't do anything for 3 months out of the year. And then my blueberry bush, which I've had for 2 years and it's never given me any blueberries. But this year, it was the first time it gave me some flowers, as you can see. So who knows, maybe not. But somehow, something that I like is that there are some more strawberries growing here by accident. Maybe I dropped some seeds in at some point, but that's what's happening at the bottom. I'm going to keep those here anyway and just look after them, and they can share the pot. Over here I have a pumpkin growing here, and I have a pumpkin growing over there as well. And as I said before, this is my attempt at growing a lemon. These are some pots that I've already had for a while, and I like these ones because these ones are compostable. So if I ever need to leave Hong Kong or I just kill all my plants, then this plastic will biodegrade naturally. Obviously they won't separate as easily as normal plastic, but there you are. So we're going to put all the soil that I don't need anymore back into here, and then redistribute it and share some with the mint, this one, and then these two mosquito ones, as I said before. This one gets another chance at life. I'll leave this one as it is. Clip it there. The tomatoes though, these ones, something's happened to it, so I'll save the seeds and I'll replant those because I'm an optimist and I hope that we'll get a second generation out of here. Otherwise, it's not good for me. Right, mint is effectively a weed in the way it grows. I mean, I'm not an expert, but that's how I've understood it to be. So it's absolutely ravenous. So we're going to give this one a big pot on the hope that it just keeps growing and growing and keeps giving me more and more mint. Because it's already saturated the soil, can you see? It does smell nice though. So we're going to pop that in there. We're going to pop that in there and then give that some more soil to live inside. Now this one's really, as you can see, I mean, look at the angle it's growing at. It's really useless. So I'm going to try and lift it up. I'm going to plant it deep and sort of hopefully let it grow upwards. I'm just going to bury the bottom of it and see how that works out. If not, what I could do is start again and just trim it. Yeah, this one would seem like a better fit, so get rid of the dead leaves. This plant has a really sort of medicinal smell, and the man said in the shop that mosquitoes don't like it, so I believed him. I'm going to bury this in soil. This one seems more appropriate to do. This one is the last of my plants that I potted inside these big yogurt containers just while I was trying to go zero waste, and then ultimately I realized I'm gonna have to throw this out eventually anyway, so I'm just wasting my time. So today it's going to get repotted into here like a proper house plant. So this one looks a lot healthier in terms of it's growing up. So I could put that back in the house, no problems. It's just this one growing at an odd right angle. It's a bit weird, so I might have to just snip that one. But this one's ready to go back because this is a house plant from downstairs, not actually a rooftop plant. Again, you've got to keep the mosquitoes away. It's not going to work, is it, if it's up here. And with these ones, I'm going to put some soil in these and then take the little seeds and try and grow these outside my outside downstairs on my outside my window, okay, rather than upstairs, and I can look after them. So that's what I'm going to use these for. Now we need some more soil from our failed tomatoes. These have been like this for weeks, so they're not going to get much out of this. Maybe the soil is not good enough, it's not rich enough, because my neighbor took a seedling and he put it in his soil, but he composts here and here, and look at the amazing growth and the vitality of this plant. Still growing some more here. That's his basil. I'm going to get some of these. This See it all spilling out? That should be enough actually. It's not baking a cake, but we'll see how that works out. I actually don't like this kind of plant. The leaves aren't friendly to me. It doesn't have any grace and it doesn't blow in the wind, but they do grow really well and they're easy, and they do help with the air quality. So with this, I'm just consolidating the plants that I have. I'm just making better use of the soil so none of it goes to waste. So again, this will be another one that I take back into the apartment. What I will do sometimes is try and take some of these wild plants and grow them just to see what would happen. So we've got some here. This one I want to replant and put it in there. Ah. What's it doing? Shit. Okay, let's start that again. Put that in there. Right, and we'll see what happens to that over the course of the rest of the year. I do add Epsom salts and I use a banana water to remineralize the soil in case it's not good enough for the tomatoes. This one looks good enough. So kind of squeeze a couple of those out. There we go. The rest in the bin. Right, we'll come back to that later in the year. Yeah, a while ago I tried to compost my bamboo cups, but they don't seem to have worked. And the pineapple is still here, although there are some insects that are taking advantage of it. I guess another time. So we're gonna just move this around. Then we're going to make a mega pot of tomatoes. And see if we get anywhere with these cherries at a later date. Take some of these again. I used to try and save every single little seed and not waste it. Now I'm less carefree. Right. It's full of tomato seeds. The tomatoes that aren't growing are a different variety, and they tend to be like the ones that just grow bigger, whereas the cherry tomatoes, in my experience in Hong Kong, grow much more easily. So I'm going to focus this year on growing cherry tomatoes.